I consider cold cases three different types. There's unsolved homicides, there's unsolved missing people, and there's unidentified human remains. Between all three of those, we have about 56. My name is Derek Jones. I'm a detective with the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office. I'm a detective in the Major Crimes Unit. I first knew of the Shannon Lathrop case as a dispatcher. I worked for Western Washington University Police. Rediscovered it once I became a detective for the Sheriff's Office. So these are some of the photos that were taken when she was found. You can see the damage of where everything was burned.
So did it spark your interest when you first read about her case?
Obviously, you know, any kind of cold case is very interesting. You want to, as a detective, solve those, and you're racing against the clock.
Shannon was 32 years old at the time she disappeared. She was having a hard time, mental health struggles, also in and out of jail for drug problems. I did speak with her father over the phone. He declined to do an interview for this Unsolved, but he did get emotional knowing that sheriff's investigators are still looking at her case.
Shannon was in and out of jail for some drug use and things like that. Through the treatment program that she was in, she was getting monthly shots for her psychiatric issues and was actually making a pretty good turnaround. A lot of Shannon's trouble was drug related. That's what the goal of the program was, to try to help her overcome that and get back into the society. Shannon
Lathrop was a mom. She gave birth while in jail. Her child was then taken into protective custody, and her child became her reason to fight. Determined to get her life back on track, she was working with her counselors until one day she stopped showing up for appointments.
Shannon went missing around July 16th of 2008. She made a final call to her counselor in the late hours of the evening and said that someone was trying to kill her.
Chilling now, knowing that she made that call. Do you think that she was being truthful?
Yeah, I mean, she turned up. I think she was being truthful, yes.
And it wasn't just a psychiatric episode?
No.
Then a 911 call came in and detectives made a grim discovery.
I think it was a little over a week later, Whatcom County Fire District gets sent to a boat fire on land. It was in a known area that people would dump garbage and other things. They got sent to a boat that was on fire, and when they put it out, Shannon's body was discovered. That she was underneath some plywood and other building materials.
What does that tell you about her murder?
It tells me that she was probably murdered somewhere else and dumped there. So the boat was discovered to be stolen. Detectives at the time did a very good job of interviewing everybody out in that area that was kind of related with that boat. The other interesting part is that those people that were interviewed at the time had basically said that they had found the body, didn't know what to do, and didn't want people to tie them with the boat to the body and therefore set it on fire. The body found was badly burned, and it took quite some time to identify that body as belonging to Shannon Lathrop, which led to a delay in the case. The way the burn happened, they had to send fingerprints off through the FBI. There's never really been a determination of the cause of death. One thing that is very important for me to point out is that even though she had drug use history and had some issues with that, when she was discovered, she had no illicit drugs in her system. So even at the time, marijuana would have been illegal, and she didn't have any marijuana in her system either. I just think it speaks to her trying to turn her life around. Detectives tell me this is an active cold case. They're still working on some leads, and they have DNA evidence. There's a lot of moving parts in this case in the beginning. Now we're trying to look for that one lead that will put us down the right path. And I would hope that somebody out there has heard from or knows something about that day that Shannon was put there and would come forward.